Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with your final video of the evening. I'd like to do a screenwriter's rant on The Average Joe. It's a movie trailer about from Pal Studios. This apparently is I don't want to say fan-made trailer, but this is Pal Studios appears to be like a low-budget outfit making movies kind of on their own outside the Hollywood system. And this is a superhero movie. So you could see there's a bunch of superheroes and they're fighting the bad guys. And they've got masks on, various masks. And this guy, sort of like a Batman, the bald guy. And she's the superhero too. I'm not sure her powers. And then there's a bomb, and then there's a big explosion, and the city thanks the superheroes, and gives them all medals. Now, at this point, the superheroes then are disbanded because the threat is gone, and they go back to their lives, or try to. So one goes back to being a mechanic. She goes back to being in an office. Somehow she still has her secret identity. This guy's still unemployed. Uh, you know, and there's a little bit of humor in it. The humor's not really landing for me. Also, the sound isn't super crisp. That's how I could tell it was low budget. The sound was not great, but the costuming's okay, and the effects. I mean, they're very much inside a laptop effects kind of thing, not like super spectacular effects you'd see like in the Avengers, let's say. So you could see there's just. But I gotta say, some of the costuming's pretty cool, and this kind of stuff's cool. The acting's okay. It's not cringy at all. I don't know any of these actors, obviously, because it's a low budget movie. This costume maybe isn't great. This one costume maybe not that great. And the fact that she wasn't wearing a mask in the scene where she gets the medal, I don't exactly understand how she keeps a secret identity. And you got this guy who's got those powers, and then this guy can fly. And you got these guys. I mean, they obviously put some money in it. I mean, here's a bunch of kids on a bus, or at least four of them anyway. I guess they had four, and they made it look like more. And then he's trying to stop the bus from crashing. And you got guys in these masks who are villains, henchmen, I guess you'd call them. And then there's a shootout. I mean, for a low budget endeavor, it's kind of intriguing. This kind of stuff's pretty cool. And there seems to be stuff going on. It looks like a comic book, which I guess that's the whole point. But it looks pretty derivative in that I don't really see much here that wasn't in a comic book, and it's called Average Joe, which it's called Average Joe. Which seems like an odd name for a superhero movie. But here are all the heroes, and these guys are kind of heavy set to be heroes, but maybe they have an explanation in the thing about that. And you can see they're shooting on the street. I mean, it's not like they spent some money. They put some effort into this, so I appreciate that. I appreciate their effort. This looks pretty good. I mean, obviously these are sort of, like I said, in the laptop kind of effects. And, I guess I'm picking on it because, in terms of a big Hollywood budget, I think what you'd see is better lighting. Lighting's okay. It's not, up to snuff Hollywood quality. You could see this shot. They got one of the guys, he's kind of partially blocked by the guy in blue. which probably wouldn't happen on a big movie. Like they'd all be positioned better. I guess if I back up a little, maybe I could say, and it wouldn't be like they look up and see an effect and then you cut to their reaction. It would be the effect would be in the shot, and it would be a lot smoother. So, they're doing what they can with what they have. And I'm not making excuses for them, but again, I appreciate low budget efforts. And I can't judge this the same way I judge the Avengers. They had hundreds of millions of dollars. These guys, maybe they had a few thousand. So because of that, I find these movies more intriguing because who knows what they're going to do, May not end like an Avengers movie like you'd expect. It may have a totally surprising ending and plot. I'm not really getting that from the trailer, other than it's about the heroes have to go back to their day jobs and then they have to come back out of retirement or whatever to fight the evil. So I would say the name hurts them. Average Joe to me isn't a superhero movie. I thought it would be something else. I would call it something like the Avengers, right? You'd call it whatever the superhero team name is. You'd call it, I don't know, the Justice Squad or whatever. Or something like that. But Average Joe just... I'm thinking of a different movie when I hear that title. That's the problem. Even if you called it like Attack on... I'm trying to figure out what city this is. I'm guessing Atlanta, maybe? Is that Atlanta? Could be Atlanta or Pittsburgh. I'm gonna just say Atlanta. Attack on Atlanta, or something like that. That would imply more action. And I guess what I wanted from this trailer, if I had to, tell these guys this is where the focus would have been, I would have wanted to know more about the villain. Because I think villains are very important in superhero movies. In the Avengers movie, you could argue, well, they didn't really show you the villain in the Avengers movie in the first one. Yeah, because that's a little different. The heroes in that are so well known. You're just psyched. You don't even care about the villains really. You're just like, oh my God, Iron Man. But and sort of the villains were built up in that, right? They built up Thanos over several movies. They built up a few different villains. You're introducing me to a new villain. I need to know why he's important. I need to know why he needs to be defeated. A couple of lines of dialogue, maybe. Would I see this? Maybe. Just to check it out. I guess I'd probably see it. I don't know if I could sit through the whole thing if it wasn't good. You know what I mean? Like, if the acting wasn't on point, if it was cringy, and a couple cringy jokes. Again, to me, like, movies are dialogue driven, and I wasn't getting enough dialogue from this. So I guess that would be my main criticism of it. If it had some sort of tight dialogue that told me the whole story, not just that the heroes kind of like they defeat somebody and then they go into retirement or whatever and then they're coming back. Like, I need to know why these villains are important, why the heroes are important. But, it'd be a fun movie to see, just to see if these guys can kind of pull it off. And with actors who, you don't know. Maybe they all die at the end of the movie. Who knows? So you can do anything you want if you make your own movie. So I wish you guys well. I know how tough it is to make low-budget movies. I will give you an upvote. There you go. Average Joe. I don't know when it's coming out. They didn't say, but I will click on PAL Pro Studios. Oh, they made a bunch of bunch of movies, haven't they? A lot of horror movies and stuff. So they have 7.5K subscribers. Oh, I thought that was million. 7.5K subscribers. So, check them out, Pal Pro Studios, and check out Average Joe, coming some point